Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are after 4 days of building. Made some significant progress yesterday, I thought, getting our second story up and running. Lots of nice little details in there. Of course, still got our secret cabinet of weaponry back there. I'm sort of digging that effect. Because of course I always like a clockwork thing anyways, so I just find that fun. But really coming together, a really good one, and I don't think I mentioned it yesterday or even the day before. I picked this one up for less than $20 off of Temu, so this is really, I'm really sort of shocked at the quality of this one, so I'm, sort of fairly well over the moon of it, because I was not, when you only pay $20 for them, you don't expect, good things to happen, or I don't anyway. But it's been a pleasant surprise. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time, as Bridget comes in to keep me company because it's storming outside. Give her a spot. And get settled in, girl. Upload daily and just try and have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, just building silly little models and having some fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. And I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best of options. So, right off the bat, we get to go into building us another dinosaur. Hadn't done this in a little bit. So, and this one doesn't look near as complicated as the last one I had to do. So we got our ribs, our legs, and I think this hip joints. So it's a headless dinosaur, it appears. Okay. I wasn't even paying attention to that one. Yep, no head on this one. Okay, but I've got my B7000 and my super glue ready at the ready. Get out my nozzle of precision because I think I'm gonna go with the super glue on. I'm feeling super gluey tonight. A lot of little pieces going in. Need to be in quick, I hope. But let's see. It's just dry fit. We go. Biggest to the front, and drop it. Okay, I'm almost tempted not to use glue because I had the squeak. I'm not counting on all of them to have that. Let's see, find something to push it in with. Actually, feels pretty good. I may forego the glue on this on the ribs anyway. Get my tweezers out to get this one lined up. It's getting cramped in there. I think it might be better to start from the back and work your way up. In there. Pressure on them. I don't think they're going nowhere, so I think I'll just stick with that rather than try my luck at the glue. But we got our hip joints. Hips go towards the rear end, and it's like this guy is left side and this guy is right side. Are they? Yeah, they're slightly different. But looks like we're just going with that little these steel shafts, and we go through the leg. Press against here, that's a snug fit. And this one looks like it's the lower hip joint. Whoops. Okay. Maybe we'll position that later. So you're going in through here. Sort of Okay, we just have to line up the hole there. And this one. Get that fairly well lined up. Maybe go in from this side. Got a moth here. I need a tool to press with. I think. There it goes. Clearance here to press. Yeah, I think I can do. Yeah, got it on that corner, so I was able to press in there. And I want the curve to go back like that. Okay. Got our legs in. Y'all may be able to hear the rain on the roof. It's really coming down out there. I wonder Bridget came in here. Let's see here. We got this leg going forward, that leg going back. I'm supposed to. Alright. There we go. That feels. Once again, that's pretty okay snug. I don't think it's going anywhere. Not even gonna say I'm gonna once again forego the glue. Well, we will need the glue for these bits in here in a second. But now, this guy goes in here in between our little pylons that we put in last night. I suppose it looks like we should be able to drop those corners right in there. Yeah, it's pretty snug in there. Okay. And it doesn't say anything about glue, but I think we probably do need to just a couple of dabs to make sure it stays. I don't think it's going anywhere, but I'm gonna do a couple of, get the B7000 out, just do a couple of blobs, make sure we can bridge that gap and it won't go anywhere. Alright. Got an alert. Says the rain's stopping soon. We shall see. And okay. Now we're supposed to be putting our cage around our dinosaur. And it said to cut out to the red, but I'm thinking, okay, is that, if we're gluing it to the outside, actually, I think what I'm gonna end up doing is gluing it to the inside there. Just touch it in, that should hold. Let's see how the long one fits down the end. Well, that line up with our end. Okay, that won't work because if I'm going to the inside of one, I gotta go to the inside of the other. So I have to do outside and inside. I think. Okay, looking at the picture, it looks like we're supposed to do outside with the big section and inside with the little section. So that makes sense because we're going to be looking straight in at the inside section. So I think that'll look better having that recess on the front. It won't be as obvious on the back, I don't think. Got a few mini peels here. Get my fingernail under there. Well, Bridget seems to have calmed down. She's going a little deaf here lately, so I'm surprised she could even hear the thunder, but I guess probably saw the lightning. Got the curtains open, so she's always been the one that's scared of storms. Okay, now that sort of held right on. I like it. Now, I wonder if we got, I'm sort of looking at the back, I'm wondering if we got clearance to go underneath that tail. Yeah, just barely. more lip peeling on this one, maybe. Nope. A little bit on each edge. I can't finagle this one in. Over and up. Alright, it wants to go there, it just popped right on, so. Okay. Now if we can get these two to work as good, I'm going to start on that one because I think this one should be easier. Along the edge there, try to make a reasonably neat line. That way. I didn't get out. Oh, okay, I gotta get up on that little foot there. Didn't get quite on that time, but it cooperated after on the second go. Fence going up pretty. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this to work out this easily, so I'm pleased with that. Oh yeah, I meant to open up with I'd say probably gonna should finish up tomorrow. I thought I might do it tonight, but I think it's gonna be with this. I've got enough little details where I don't think it's quite got enough. I got a little too much to do in one night, so that's sort of. And hopefully, I won't have like a 12-minute video tomorrow. I don't think I will, but that's just. Get you on the feet. Pick it up. Yeah. Okay. There, that one goes. Like they just popped right on. Nice. Nice little detail. Alright, I was sort of dreading that. That's really cooperated, so it's always a relief. And now, get to make some columns to decorate with. So that's this batch of goodies. Up. Okay, so we're going these guys, bottom, those are the top. Okay, so we got these things sort of numbered out of order and upside down and backwards, but I think okay. That one felt like it wanted to be a little bit loose, but it sort of snugged up at the end. Same there. Alright. Now, get all these. Okay, got 18 and okay, we're making matching sets here. Mirror images of each other so we get, yeah. Okay. is. Going okay. Yeah, and that one, this is going to need the glue. Okay. Put you back in. Install the nozzle of precision. Okay. And run up into the neck and start the flow. Less is more on these, I found. Trying to keep it fairly square, but not. Okay, alright, finally got there. Okay, and then let's go, make sure I got them lined up. Right, okay. Okay. Those locked in. Okay. Now, take this little doodad and it slides up there to make it sort of solid and decorative. It's supposed to be recessed like that. I think it looks like it's supposed to be flush, actually. I think. But I don't know if I'm going to try that or not. It's sort of hard to get pressure going both ways. So let me put the top on, see if that helps any. You go on here. Okay, so I got some flat to work with there. Can I get lined up and get pressure on it to it? I think there's too much of a gap there to. Yes, even when it lines up, there's. I could probably drop in some B7000. But I'm not going to be lined up. I don't know if it look better or worse that way. I'm going to try. Fairly generous dollop. Judah. I don't think that's going to cooperate with me, maybe. Okay, well that's. I don't know if focus. You can see there's, like I said, a pretty good gap there, but if I leave it alone for a few minutes, that might bridge up. So that's what I'll do. I've got another one to make too. And likewise, nice and loose. So. Yeah, Bridget's just over there sleeping now. She must not be too disturbed by the storm. I did give her a treat right before she came in too, so that probably didn't hurt matters none. So we put the 7,000 in here maybe. This one really doesn't want to line up. Yeah, this one's fighting it. I think I'm going to have to put it in the back. Okay. Put you over there. Ooh, actually it's time to install it. Let's see. There's nothing else I can do. No, there's not much else to do while I'm waiting on that. Okay. Actually, I am going to do them out of order. I think it will actually be easier to do the next steps before we install those pillars. It looks like. Let's see. Yeah. Where are we at? 23. Okay. Okay, so well, let's see how good or bad this goes, and we find out how much more we're going to do tonight. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so those are labor I need. These 4 guys, and these. Okay. So it says these. Let's see which side. Okay, so this is the bottom. I go in here and here. I got front of the display case. Yeah, because there are pillars get installed here and here, so I think this is actually going to be easier to do without those in our way. Just my first guess. And let's go on top. There. Oh, pretty snug. So gonna forego that. Then our Cro-Magnon skull, it looks like. You're actually pretty snug too. Yeah. Got that situation going for our little stand. And quick check up on our little wall around our dinosaur while we're here. That was the same thing back here. Yep. loose, but our cover, our top should go over the top of it, I think. All line up. Yep. Yeah. And our little Inca, Aztec, Central American idol, it looks like to me. Just guessing. I'm betting no, I think you should be, make sure it's facing the front, because that's going to be way back there. You want to see it, you gotta. Yeah. Okay. Actually, these guys go on the next bit. I jumped the gun on them and put them in the wrong bucket. Okay. Now it's time to try and install our pillars here. So just the tabs there and there. Looks like that's where our wiring's going to run. Definitely going to need glue on that because that was barely in there. I'll just do glue actually all the way into the corners there, I think. Make sure I'm getting the sides and the bottom. There. Actually, let me grab a stack of scraps here to sort of level that off, because it's leaning pretty good because I hadn't got the other side installed. Okay. Alright, so let me take a quick peek at what's next. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do one more step and then we will call it a night. One more little group. So that still leaves the wiring and the roof and everything for tomorrow. So I think that'll be it's going to be a good breaking point. I'll get the back section on. And it's not too many pieces on there, but it should add us a nice little touch to it. Okay, so I'll do that, set this aside, let that glue sort of do its thing. I say back section, it's the back of the back section, there's the inside. I guess inside and outside is a better descriptor. Okay, so and I want to look on this side, and we'll need our little Savannah display. It's going to go in there too. I think that's the only other piece that goes in there. Yeah, and get to put some one of our lights in too before we install it. But that's, yeah. Okay, so it's going to be a good. That says this guy goes there, and this guy goes there. Looks like cave paintings from somewhere. I think I will. I just like the B7000 on these flat ones because it's got a few seconds to adjust it, and well, got a few minutes to adjust it. With super glue, it's down. If you miss, it's too late. It doesn't take much time for this stuff to. It doesn't dry, but it gets sticky pretty quickly. As soon as you in, swizz around to spread the glue. Line you up. Alright. And then you, same sort of thing. Swizz. Spread that out nice and thin. Lined up pretty cooperatively. Now we're just drop our elephants Got our tabs into the slots. And that's definitely going to need some reinforcement because that's not snug at all. I'll tell you, I guess it's one of those you get what you pay for things. I don't want to complain about it. It's like this, since it's so cheap, but I do sort of wish the tolerances were a little bit tighter. I don't mind using the glue, but it's nice to not have to use it sometimes. Okay, a little wobble. It won't dry enough to set it in before I'm ready for it. Okay, now it says our white light actually goes into our Savannah scene right here. So that's the white light was the one that was, oops, pulled my platform out from under it. Back in place. Okay, that was the different side lengthed one. So you were the white one. I could check. Where's my battery box? It's way over there. I'm gonna double check. I'm like 99% sure that's what I want, but I want to make sure. I want to be 100% before I stick this thing in. Yep, that is the white one. It's compared to the amber yellow ones. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay, so it just goes, you're supposed to slide it in and over down the slot. So it's supposed to be sort of underneath a palm tree, it looks like. So it's down that. I'm definitely gonna pop some glue in there because that's not gonna stay anywhere close to that. I can get my phone stand back out. Okay, so that does. Let's say the actual lips of the edge of the LED does a good job of catching there. So I'm gonna get you back down here. For a moment, just give me a, well, nice little blob. Focus on it. You see a nice little blob there. Glue both sides. As well as maybe I should use the hot glue gun in hindsight. Okay, as a matter of fact, now that I said it out loud, I'm going to throw the hot glue on the bottom side. Make sure it stays where I want it to be. Get you roll over and sort of pull it nice and flat. Get both my blue lights on and just a little dollop there. Maybe a dollop underneath. All right. Strings out of the way. Keeps coming. Spider silks or whatever you want to call it on. Okay. Got it. That's definitely going to lock that in place. Back out of the way. And now, ooh, actually, Actually, this step just keeps going on and on, but but I'm going to stop it once I put the back wall on. Here's this step. So it'll be step 24 and a half, maybe. I think. Looks like they. Yeah, I think they just said we're done numbering the steps now because there's like, it goes way, keeps going. Okay, so you're good, still wobbly, but you got the glue underneath you. All right, let's pop this guy on the back. So we'll get you over here out of the way, hopefully. And got our slots and tabs and slots on the edges, and then these are supposed to make the top step here on our that, I think. Still trying to get these wires to stay out of the way. Let's go over. There it goes, snug there. Okay, but so far, bottom floor to line up. Side guys in, both ways, yeah. And up back, top floor is not lined. There it goes, popped you in. And that one actually, I'm gonna throw a drop of glue in there as well. That didn't. Where's that? Okay, that's where the glue was already at. I'm gonna throw some more in there. This little squeeze right there. Okay. Okay, the wires, none of them have got crimped, so that's good. Got our a little savannah scene going. Zoomed out a little bit, tilt it up so you can get a perspective on it, maybe. There's our top floor exhibit of our museum. Really nice looking set. I continue to be impressed with this set. I almost want to buy another one just because it's such a good deal. And there those went. Yep. I guess that glue wasn't quite stuck enough yet. Okay. Stay down. Oh, that were these. Okay, those. Okay, that one I'm gonna put some more glue on. Got the B7000 sitting right here, so I'll use it. But that one, this one, yeah, that one feels pretty snug. Okay, there's the front of our columns. Yeah, and they did not stay lined up on the front of the columns there. It went definitely. I didn't think there was much chance of those staying forward. I think there's just too much. Just didn't line up quite right. You have to take my word for it because I'm scared if I pick it up again, they'll fall off again. But I'm really digging it. Like I said, we should finish up tomorrow, so that's be a nice way to end the week or start the week, I guess, Sunday. But thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel if you want to see me do experiments, or I got something that's coming up next week that I'm excited about. This is what YouTube thinks you should watch, and that is the playlist for this whole build. I'll see you tomorrow.